So question 9 is Frankie and his mini Ferrari that he's had for his birthday, and he's trying to work out how much of his windscreen is wiped or washed with his windscreen wipers. So for the first part, you're drawn, or you're given this picture or diagram showing how the wiper blades are working. So the wiper blades are obviously kind of attached to this area here on a stick, and therefore they're washing this area of the blue, and there's a second one here, and again it's washing that area of the blue. So we're trying to find out what is the percentage of the blue compared to the whole rectangle. So we can work out the area of the blue bits first. So we're working here on the sector of a circle. Okay, so we have this sector. We're told that it's 60 degrees and that the radius of the larger one is 15 centimeters. So to find out the area, so this would essentially be calculating the area of this whole yellow section. So to calculate that section or that area, I'm going to be using my area of a sector formula, which is pi r squared, which is the area of a circle, times by, and it's 60 over 360. That's the angle that I'm interested in. And that gives me 117.81 if I was to round it to 2 decimal places. So I want to round it more accurate than 3 significant figures for now, so that at the end it's definitely fully accurate. So now I'm going to do the same thing again, and this time it's for the smaller sector. So it's still 60 degrees, but this time the radius is only 7 centimeters. So this is calculating this part here. And what I'm going to do is subtract them. So if I subtract that section, then you can see I'm left with the blue. So this time it's pi times r squared times pi times 7 squared, which is my radius, times 60 over 360. And that gives me 25.656, so just roughly to 3 decimal places. And then if I subtract those two, then I end up with the blue section. So I'm going to do 117.81 minus the 25.656, and that gives me an area of 92.15. Now that's this blue area here, but I obviously have exactly the same on the other windscreen wiper too. So I need to multiply that by 2, and that's going to give me a area that is washed of 184.307, and so on. So to work out the percentage that is wiped, I now need to work out what is the area of the whole windscreen. So if the radius is 15, then that means that this measurement here is also 15, and this measurement here is also 15. So I know that the length of my windscreen is 30 centimeters. But I now need to work out the height of my windscreen. Now to work out the height, I'm going to need to use right angle trigonometry. So I have a triangle here that is right angled. So it's a right angled triangle. I know that my hypotenuse is a length of 15, and I also know that this angle must be 30 degrees, because together they have to add to make 90 for the corner of this rectangle. So I have a right angled triangle, if I just draw that out, with 15 centimeters for the hypotenuse and 30 degrees inside. And I'm trying to work out what is the measurement for the adjacent, okay, which is going to be the height of the windscreen. So that means that I'm doing cos of 30 is equal to the adjacent, which I'm trying to find, over 15. And if I put that into my calculator, I find that I get 12.99. I think 999. So we can see there that the height is 13 on my windscreen, in which case the area of the whole windscreen is 30 times 13, which is equal to 390 centimeters squared. So to find out the percentage that's been washed, it's 184.307, which is how much was washed, over the full windscreen, which is 390, and that gives me 47.26%, or to three significant figures, it's 47.3%, and that would be my final answer, which is the percentage of the windscreen that's been washed. So this question we changed and to award 6 marks. One of the marks is for correctly working out each of the sectors. There's a second or third mark for subtracting to work out the area of all of the blue in the whole shape. So subtracting them and timesing by 2. Some of you times by 2 and then subtracted, that's also okay. There's a mark for calculating the height using our Pythagoras, and then for calculating the area, and then at the end there's an answer mark for your final answer that you were given.